Okay, this video is about using a OCR MFP to scan intelligently back to the desktop so that you can use your desktop for manipulating scan files nice and easily. One of the benefits is we keep scans out of the Outlook or the Exchange system so that rather than using email for your scan processing, you're using the right tools. This on the screen here, this is an emulator of a OCR MFP, so the panel should look fairly similar to what you've got at the moment. The landing screen that you'll see on the MFP once we put our software on, first of all, we're asking people to either use a building access card to authenticate so we know who they are, or to put a 2-digit PIN in, maybe initials. Something simple just to authenticate so we know who a user is, so that when they log into the MFP, we can then do very nice things like have a button that says send to me, so that when they click that send to me button, it transitions and it knows who the person is, so that we can actually have email addresses or network locations predefined to streamline scanning back to yourself individually. So on the screen there it shows using an email address, but we can also set this up so that it scans back to an individual's network folder. We can also put other buttons on there for doing interesting things with scanning, and that could be scan a document, convert it to Word and return it to my email, or return it to my desktop, or maybe scan receipts, expense claims to the finance team and have finance have a queue that they can monitor. That could also be applied for invoices as well. So lots of different use cases we can use for scanning. I've just returned back to the home screen, and you can see here there's also follow you printing. So follow you printing is used in finance organizations, legal firms where paper needs to be secured on the output, which is the concept. They print and then they release it, the MFP. Other organizations don't need that. So we can do the full secure print piece, follow you print, or we could do a hybrid where you can actually print directly to the MFPs, but also have that follow you queue, so that you can actually print things and collect them later. And there's lots of reasons why users want to print and collect later. It could be that they print things out during the day and then at the end of the day collect them because you're going to review something at home. So you don't want to run off to the MFP and collect it right away. You can actually just queue jobs up throughout the day. It does have the functionality that you can delete the jobs from the queue as well. So if you printed a contract at the beginning of the day intending to read it at, I've got kids, so I'm at the swimming pool quite regularly. I print things off and I read them at the swimming pool. But if, let's say, you printed off the contract, it's been revised throughout the day and it's been printed again, you've got 2 copies, you can actually delete the wrong one and just print the right one. Okay, so that's the MFP interface in a nutshell. Logging out takes you back to that home screen. So that's the MFP interface. Now, let me go over to the PDF interface at the desktop. So let's assume that you've done some scanning at the MFP, and then you want to review the documents when you return to your desktop. Now, the scanning will do a desktop notification, but if you've gone off to the lunchroom, had your lunch, and then you come back, you can then come back in, and you can have a look at your scan inbox. At which point you can open the scan documents and you can review them very easily using the Power PDF functionality. So the neat thing with it coming into Power PDF is you do have the ability to do convert to Word, convert to Excel, PowerPoint. I'll just do a quick convert to Word so you can get a gist of what it can look like. So there we go. This is a 7-page document. You can see it's pretty lightning fast. It does a conversion, and of course it's opened it on the wrong screen, but there we go. It's done the conversion. You can see it's captured all of the information incredibly well. The formatting is immaculate, and if you have a look at the actual formatting underlying it, it's very, very clean. It's a completely usable Word document that has come out of a PDF scan. So I won't go into other functionality. I'll call it short there. I do have other videos which go into great detail around Power PDF and the functionality, but that's one idea of how we can use OCR MFPs, improve some productivity and functionality within the office, couple it up with Power PDF, get rid of those scans going out to things like going through email, which is a tool that's useful, but often people don't want scans in their email, and your IT often don't want your scans in your email. So we put them back to useful interfaces like Power PDF. Thanks for watching.